Hey guys, Jeff here. If you found this video, perhaps maybe it found you, I don't know, but it probably means that you're on some kind of spiritual journey. And really what I'm here to do today, this is actually my first video that I'm putting out, and the reason is the timing. I've been divinely guided to now start to release videos based on my personal mission, my mission in this whole, I would call it spiritual battle of sorts, right? I think that's what we're all experiencing, at least. But today is Monday, August 7th, so the day before the 8/8 portal. So there's definitely a lot of energy going on, but certainly is a time for me to be seen. So the divine is telling me to now step up. You may be coming across me, perhaps because you watch a lot of tarot for guidance, and I can relate. I've been watching tarot kind of obsessively now for well, not anymore, but was about a year and a half ago I started, and it really did provide me with some clarity, right? Not all, not the clarity I truly needed, but it did provide me with some guidance. So you might find yourself in that position if you're on a spiritual journey looking to tarot for a lot of your answers, and I get it, I totally relate. But you're being invited here now to this space, perhaps to change your trajectory a little bit on your path, because the focus is changing a little bit in terms of what we need to do moving forward. And one of the things that we don't need to do is really doubt our abilities at this point, right? So a lot of us are searching for answers in those tarot card readings when we already have our reality. Our intuition is telling us everything that we need to know. So the message isn't to not go to tarot card readers, because I can't stop going to mine. They're my family now. They truly are my soul tribe. So I tune in to tarot now, for the most part, just to get updates and just to hear the voices of my soul tribe. That's truly, what I'm there for the most part. They do provide me with clarity and messages that I cannot channel on my own. I don't get all of my messages on my own. I do rely on my soul tribe for some of my messaging, which is a beautiful thing, and that's what soul tribes are for. But in any case, back to changing, trajectory, given the timing before the 8/8 portal, and it's just, again, standing in our power, knowing our power, being aware of our power, and not giving it away. And part of that is, we all watch the tarot card readers, and we know that, this is a spiritual battle, and it's not in the 3D per se, right? But that's what I'm here to tell you and change your perspective on a little bit. And I'm not too sure if I'm the only one out here, and I don't think I am. And if I'm not, then you're going to see more of, people on missions similar to mine. I do pull tarot cards, very, very intuitive like that. My mission is more on the 3D, so it doesn't allow me the time or the ability, like the space even, to do tarot effectively in my mind, right? Not the way it should be done. And honestly, there's so many good readers out there that are great resources already, and if I thought I had something to offer in addition to that, I certainly would push myself to do that. But I'm going to leave it to those few experts, because they're growing so fast, and it's so wonderful to see them grow, because people are flocking to them as resources. And the reason being is, especially the readers that I tune into, they're definitely putting a more mindful message out to the masses, meaning they are incorporating healing messages into their works, right? So when they deliver their tarot card readers, what they're interpreting, they actually can see them thinking, and I don't want to say that they're processing it too much, because we do rely just really on source for the most part. I'm just channeling this information, but everybody's choosing their words very carefully, because we know that at the basis of what we're trying to provide our audiences is healing. And I am a healer, and all the tarot card readers that you watch, I would almost guarantee you that they are identified as healers, maybe self-identified, maybe not, but they are healers, be it their voice, be it their presence, be it their aura, be it their messages. It could be a multitude of things. But but I too am a healer. So I just wanted to tell you that there are different types of healers. So for instance, I have now looped the United States in my electric vehicle, which I was guided to buy by myself twice now. And I walk around in my rosary beads on. I take care of myself. I eat well. I go to the gym all the time. I am a positive force out here in these streets. I just am. I'm going around spreading kindness. I'm helping people. I truly am here on the fucking streets, and that's my mission. I've been very protected and guided along my mission. I am not one of those people who needs to record everything, so I've got proof that I helped people. So I have no record of any of the work that I've done. It's between me and the divine. It doesn't matter to me who knows what I've done, and it doesn't even matter that I've told you, because I want you to know that the divine has other people out here. They're not just tarot card readers who are intuitive, who are tapped in, and doing the right thing. He's got people like me out on these spiritual streets and making a difference on a daily basis, and he guides me to where I'm going next. He instructs me on what to say to who, when, how. And I'm not saying it sounds kind of rigid, but it's because I have developed such a close relationship with the divine that I just kind of go with it. Like, I call it obedient. It's not really obedient. I just trust my Father. So what seems logical to me is not usually what I'm being asked to do. So I'm not always asked to do a logical thing. I'm just not. A lot of what I'm asked to do doesn't make sense to most people. And honestly, a lot of the time it doesn't make sense to me until it's happened. And then it makes perfect sense. And I'm like, wow, that's brilliant. But I don't get it until I get it, right? Because the divine uses me as a tool. I am not, I am a divine being, but I am not a God myself, per se. I'm not God myself, I should say. Anyway. So I just wanted you to be aware that there are people out here, and there are different roles that the divine has assigned to people. And I'm sure there's others too, right? Some are a little bit more in the backgrounds, like me, and I was not meant to put myself out there too early on, because we weren't at a point where I think people were ready to hear what I'm doing. It might not have made a lot of sense, but I think given the climate, it makes a little bit more sense. I think it's just important for all of us to know and be aware that there are different people out here that are trying to help. And you're not alone. So sometimes you may feel like you're alone. And I'm literally on a narrow road, right? It's under construction. A narrow road, and there's no room on either side of me. So there's barrels on both sides of me. So if this is a narrow road, right? So this is part of my channeling. This is not meant for many people. There's not many people who can walk this road, to be quite honest. It's not easy, right? I started my journey on December 3rd, technically, but it started even months before that, technically. I was alone since really August of last year, but then was completely isolated as of December 3rd, and still I walk alone, right? I'm very, very, I'm an energy antenna of sorts. I'm a vibrational antenna. So it's literally my job to raise a vibration wherever I go. So my job technically is to bring the best version of myself to every situation. So every time I walk through a store, really anytime I'm breathing, I need to be bringing the best version of myself, the most confident, loving version of myself to the table, because that's going to be the most beneficial to all around me. Even my internal vibration, the higher I can hold it, the more space I hold for the collective, my soul tribe, to follow behind me. I just squeeze more room. Like there's just more room for people to follow behind me, and that's literally what I'm being shown right now, and I'm literally experiencing it too. It's very tight, and it's really hard to they're painting the lines on, so there's like a line right in the middle of where I'm driving, right? It's very confusing. There's reflectors down. There's those grids, those ridge grids. You can hear them, and they're all distracting me, right? All while I'm trying to do this video. Coincidence? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was literally part of what I needed to say, right? So the divine, when I turn this on, I'm very camera shy. I don't, very introverted. So before I turned it on, he's like, just let it flow. It's just go with whatever happens. So I saw that coming and I got into it, and I almost stopped the video, and I'm not supposed to. I'm just supposed to keep going because this is my life. The reason why I'm recording while I'm driving is mostly because this is what I'm always doing, quite literally, which is, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's just a glimpse into my life, right? And it's not too bad. Like I rolled pretty deep with angels and my guides, and I know for a fact that Jesus is one of my guides, and I proudly adorn him on my windshield, and there's those see-through decals, and I've got 3 of them there, and I didn't place them there on purpose. I mean, obviously, where else would you really place them? But it shines down on my wheel all the time, and I love it because it reminds me of Jesus take the wheel, right? And I didn't put it there thinking it would shine on the wheel, be Jesus take the wheel kind of thing, but I'm thinking maybe I'll even name the series Jesus Take the Wheel because he's always on the wheel, either that or on my arm or on my my leg. So it's a constant reminder, and it's no coincidence when I do see it. It doesn't happen all the time. Like right now, he's not on my wheel because he's somewhere else. I don't know where he's reflecting right now, but it is just a really nice reminder. I got a lot of synchronicities and support. But again, the reason why you've come across me again is just to experience a different type, I guess, of spiritual teacher, leader of sorts. So not a tarot card reader per se, and I do pull tarot cards, and I actually do channel messages from tarot cards, and in the past have channeled messages for people through tarot cards. But and I probably will in the future, right? I do get guidance sometimes when I wake up in the morning. I'm not too sure what my goals for the day are, or what I need to focus on from a self-development standpoint, for the collective's sake. I will pull cards for myself and give myself guidance, because it's just another way for me to talk directly to the divine. And I have a direct channel to the divine, but I just like to. I started on tarot because I wanted to have a channel to the divine. I didn't realize how strong my bond had already been, but I was desperately searching for some kind of way of communicating with spirit, right? And I think that's what everybody starts off as with tarot. And through that, I found the beautiful gift of my intuition and discernment and all these things. But in any case, tarot cards are great for a lot of things. And again, when I'm having trouble just coming up with an idea or really getting guidance, I will pull cards for myself, because I'll just be spirit, what's going on? What do I need to know? And it's funny, I'll get communication about what I should do, and then I'll tune into one of my tarot card readers again, because I'm in the car all day, and I listen to music and I listen to tarot for the most part. And what I started doing, and this is another suggestion, okay, so if you're my ears just started ringing, so this is important, but at this stage of my journey personally, and trying to hold the vibration as high as I'm trying to hold it, and high it is, I will say, I've really put a lot of work into my faith in my Father, and in that faith I have found peace, and in that peace I have found a high vibration. So, but in any case, in that I have found that I have to limit my tarot intake, and you might be feeling the same if you're coming across this video, because I do at times, if I'm watching too much tarot, I'll get a little angst inside, and it just means I need to stop watching so much tarot, stop getting so much input, right? Because we all need to look to the future with as much optimism as possible, right? So keep your mind on your Father, and that means a whole bunch of different things to me. But it just to basically, at the end of the day, if you're having trouble, if you're struggling, if you feel angst, a lot of people do say, keep your mind on your Father, and what that means to me is keep your mind on the positive, right? So it's like, what can you do that's positive? Like, it could be little things. Like 2 days ago, I was really, really struggling. I mean, like borderline depression, honestly. It was just a gloomy day and just couldn't get out of this funk. And I got the suggestion from a tarot card reader. It was just like something that she channeled for me on my behalf. And it was just because I was in a funk, I wasn't able to get it myself. So I'm thankful for my soul tribe. That's why that's what's the beauty of having soul tribe and family is like when you can't tune in yourself, sometimes you get those suggestions. And it was channeled to me that there's a lot of power in just appreciation. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like, what does that mean? So immediately, like, I started like, well, what do I appreciate? And I'm like, my mind, I love my soul tribe. I do. I love my soul tribe, my soul family. I really do. Like, I can start crying about it now, but I won't. But so I just started thinking about them. And then I'm like, well, how much, like, and I'm thinking about all the people in my soul tribe, and I'm counting. There's a lot. I mean, there's more than I can even think of, honestly. And I'm sure there's gonna be more that would come off the cuff as I continued to think about it. But in any case, I'm trying to think of all the people that I appreciate and like what they all bring to the table. Like some channel me, humorous messages. Some cheer me up, right? And some give me like a motherly comfort feeling, right? And I want to name names, but and maybe I will in the future, I don't know, but they have huge audiences, so you're probably already aware of them, no doubt. So it's been so much fun to watch them grow and evolve, and to grow and evolve along with them. And some have been guides for me, and others have grown along with me, so that's been even cooler. It's kind of like being in school in a way, spiritual school. So, that's what we mean when we say, our soul tribe, right? It's who we were spiritually growing up with, who's in our spiritual class. So, who's in my spiritual class, for the most part, are a lot younger than me, and that's fine. And some aren't, and that's fine too. It doesn't really matter, to be quite honest. But anyway, I want to get back to another point too. So that's one thing you can do, is just appreciate really what you have in your life and just focus on it. So it sounds really stupid. So after getting that suggestion, I'm like, well, what can I do in support of appreciation? And I watch a lot of YouTube, but I don't make a lot of comments. I always like the videos, always. If I watch them, I like them, even if I don't like them, and it's my responsibility. If I'm taking in their content, I should like it, I should give it credit, in my opinion, but that's how I roll. But I always like the videos, but I don't always comment. So I took the time 2 days ago, when I was in that funk, to watch all the videos that I watched. I took the time to comment, like, and make a thoughtful comment, and just true from the heart. I just let it flow. It wasn't fake, and it wasn't fabricated. It was just truly what I felt. It was just I don't usually take the time to do it, and I felt so much better after doing it. And I was inspired to then go watch a video, a more educational video instead of tarot, just because I knew that's more what I needed right at that moment in time, was less tarot and more education, even though I appreciated my tarot card readers. And I ended up on Heather Ensworth, so highly suggest her for content. She does, I don't want to call it tarot astrology, but she's brilliant, and she has all these different guests on with different specialties, and it's truly like what I'm doing here. It's people like exposing themselves, as being, light workers essentially. They are light workers. They're just identifying in their different fields, in their respective fields. So we all have different purposes. We all serve different purposes. So this is clearly mine, is to help guide you along to maybe the next phase of our ascension, right? So again, I might do some tarot, but it's really just to bring you messages that are divinely guided to me, and that I know will be helpful as we continue to ascend. But it's really just things to get you out of your old thinking, right? There's no need to even think about the past technically, because we are where we are, and we just know we need to know where we want to go, and then just think of ways we want to get there and keep our mind full of positivity. Really, because that's really all it's all about. I mean, the highest vibration is love, unconditional love, and that's the space I hold in my heart for humanity, because I truly do adore humanity, and I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't. It doesn't mean it doesn't come with its difficulties, but it does mean that it's my job to love them and to heal them and to hold space for every last person out there, whether or not they care, appreciate, no, it doesn't really matter. It's my job to do it. It's my soul's purpose, and without fulfilling that, I wouldn't be fulfilled. So, I appreciate your time. I'm actually going to cut this video here, but I'm going to plan on making more. I'm going to make this a series. If you found this one, you're probably meant to continue to tune in, and I invite you to, because it just means that you're ascending. It just means that you're at the next phase of your healing path, your healing journey. It doesn't mean that you should leave tarot behind. It doesn't mean that tarot doesn't serve a purpose. But as for me, I personally was looking and am looking for the next thing, right? We always have to. We want to continue to grow and excel and do the next best thing. So, cheers to that, right? Soul Family is just keep pushing it, keep pushing our boundaries, keep pushing what's possible. Because what I've done up to this point, loop around the United States twice and uplift the hearts of so many people and raise the vibration. I never thought I would be able to do something like this ever in a million years. And I honestly, even a year ago, I wasn't even aware that I was a true light worker. Wasn't even aware. No idea. So if you find yourself in a similar boat, I just invite you to push on to the next phase of your development, truly, and to join me here. I have a Venmo set up. If you could, sew into the channel, that would be appreciated. Everything I have goes back into what I do anyway. I don't have much and I don't need much, and as I'm told by the divine, I have everything I need to do my job, and he's not wrong. But anything that you provide me will go back into what I do, and it is a beautiful thing. And again, my name is Jeff, and I will be back with more messages. I truly hope that you find peace in your hearts and minds to make the right decisions about people, places, and things that are in line with your highest good. Prayers of love, light, and healing to you and yours. I truly do hold a place of unconditional love in my heart for all of you, and I hope this video finds you well, and I hope the next one does too. Talk soon.